I'm here with Chariton Namuwoza, and Chariton is the Chief of Value Chains and Programs at the National Organic Agricultural Movement of Uganda, NOGAMU. And this gentleman has a decade of experience in organic agriculture and global organic marketing. Chariton, I want you to tell me, what is the future of organic agriculture in Uganda?
First of all, before we look at the future of organic agriculture in Uganda, we need to look at it from a global context. The global demand for organic products has been growing tremendously. In 1999, the world over demanded about $15 billion worth of organic products. By the end of 2013, this had grown to 72 billion. So you can see that over the period, on average, it was between 12 to 15%.
So do you see Uganda earning, an increase in the export earnings for Uganda, the organic export earnings?
So Uganda needs to position itself strategically to benefit from this trend. Uganda, as you know, has the highest number of certified farmers on the African continent, and the second highest in the whole world after India. The potential to tap into this market is huge if we do everything right. If we bring on board the young people, if we bring on board farmers who are not certified organic at the moment but are practicing organic farming, if they could only be moved a step higher to acquire certification, which is the marketing tool that will enable them to sell on the market. If we put in place the requisite infrastructure that can convert the abundant raw materials into the different forms that the market is demanding, fruit pulp, dried fruit, powder, and all these forms, coffee, instant coffee, coffee powder, processes that are necessary to move the raw materials into different forms that fetch a higher value would be critical in tapping into these global opportunities. So
Chariton, we understand our populations are, the biggest percentage is comprised of young people. How do you see young people benefiting from organic agriculture, or what's the role of young people in all this, organic agriculture and sustainable food production systems?
You see, for anyone to benefit from the opportunities in the organic sector, they need to position themselves along different levels of the value chain. And young people can be farmers. I have seen bankers buying land, acquiring land to establish farms. So young people that are in employment could acquire land and put up organic farms. That is one option. The other option could be that they engage in trade. They buy from the farmer, add value, or sell somebody else in the value chain and be able to fetch a higher income. Or better still, they could do what the Charitons of this world are doing, promoting, doing brokerage, linking the different actors and earning from that kind of service.
So talking about the markets and at the consumption level, we are seeing a very low organic consumption patterns, not only in Uganda but generally on the African continent. And most of the organic products are targeting the European markets and United States. So what is it that you're doing that is going to increase the level of local organic food consumption?
There is great need, first of all, to increase awareness on the local and regional market levels to bring consumers to the realization that organic products are beneficial. Organic products are not only consumed just for the sake, or not bought just like any other product, but they carry an intrinsic value that will benefit both the consumer and the person that is producing this product. So it's important that we step up our efforts towards bringing the product closer to the consumer. But not just the product, the values, the story behind the product, that this organic product has been produced by a farmer who cares about the environment, a farmer who cares about the health of the consumer, a farmer that is positioning themselves to benefit from the price that the consumer is paying, to be able to take care of his family, to be able to send his children to school, to be able to put up a more decent house, to be able to put on a decent cloth. So
there is an increasing, there is this narrative that is increasing in popularity that for us to be able to feed the global population by 2050, food production must increase by 70%, and that is an enormous increase. And that's how so many people are coming up with all conventional ways of food production, but they are having a negative effect on the soil fertility and the environment. But with organic agriculture and sustainable food production systems, do you think that organic agriculture can feed the world?
The first and immediate response to that is that organic farming can feed the world. Organic farming, following the principles of organic farming, forget about the kind of farming that is similar or close to organic farming as portrayed by some farmers, as portrayed by some actors, which we actually call traditional farming, where you'll go to the farm, plant your seed, and wait to harvest. You must do everything possible to maintain the soil fertility of the soil. And if the soil is dead, as is always the case in most farms that are conventional, then you need to revitalize, you need to make the soil live again by giving it the necessary structure, the necessary texture, and everything that it requires to be able to feed the plant. And when that happens, the yield of the crop that you're putting on this soil is going to increase without struggling. What we have seen in the conventional farms is that they are addressing one aspect, putting the fertilizer at the root of the crop, and then it is taken up and the yield is higher, double or triple or whatever, as it is always claimed. The challenge with that is that you are affecting the groundwater, which is taken by the farmer. So the farmer or any other person that is taking that water is going to become sick.
So you're simply saying, you're simply saying that in a bid to take care of the growing populations, we are using short-term solutions to tackle a very long-term challenge, which is not very sustainable.
Exactly.
Pleasure having you, Chariton.